Hi, my name's Bernard Sheridan. I'd like to welcome you back to Par Breakers Golf Academy. And today we're going to look at the swing of Jimmy Walker, who just won the AT&T Pebble Beach. And Jimmy is really on a tear right now. This is his third win this year, which is phenomenal. We're going to take a look at some of the things that Jimmy does. We're going to take some of the things that he does that is kind of unconventional, okay, and that at Par Breakers we really don't want to see you doing. And the reason why is because unless you play at a very high level, it's really hard to build consistency with some of the things that happen here in his swing. So first thing we're going to do is draw a line straight back here, and that's that wall that he's leaning against. Okay, and we're going to see what his posture does throughout his swing in relationship to that wall, and how his tail stays either on that wall or comes off that wall, and when that happens. Okay, of course your tailbone is going to come off that wall eventually throughout the swing, but where we want it to stay throughout the swing is at the top, and then actually as you come back down right through impact, your tail still wants to be kind of at that wall. So, and then we're also going to draw another line here that's going to show the angle that his shaft is at address, which we're going to call swing plane. Okay, and we've talked about this before. So, and his hands are a little low here, all right, but as he swings back, all right, we're going to see that his hands pretty much remain on plane, okay? Shaft comes a little bit underneath. This is normal for the average player, and as he begins to get halfway back point here, he's just starting to steepen a little bit. That shaft is just a little bit steeper than parallel to that white line. Notice too that his tailbone, he's still on that wall, okay? And as he gets to the top of his backswing, he is still on that wall. So if we were going to draw a line coming off the butt end of that club, okay, which would kind of be doing this, it would be pointing somewhere back at the target line, okay, probably about 10-15 feet behind the ball on the target line. So he is at a pretty decent position here at the top, okay? He's a fairly tall player. He likes to get his hands high. And as he starts down, though, what I want you to notice is as that rotation of his body comes down, that shaft is pretty steep here. All right, so is it still aiming at the target line? Well, yes, it is. It's aiming right at the ball. Okay. The other thing that I want you to notice here, though, is that tailbone has come off of that line. Okay. And as he comes into impact, that shaft is getting pretty steep. All right. We do see some rotation of his core. He's actually, his lower body is starting to aim at the target here at impact. All right. And then as he comes through, the shaft gets very vertical. So he's doing that to keep that ball on line, okay? Stop a push. And then at the finish, okay? Gets his shoulder to the target, a full release of his hips. But what he is doing here, and I want you to notice, is as he's moving down, he's kind of losing that posture a little bit. Well, not really losing his posture because he's still staying. Let's just take a look at that real quick. So if we set him up and draw his posture line angle here, okay, to his knee. All right, so let's see where he is. He's staying on that line. As he's coming back through, even though his tail has come off that line, he's still pretty much maintaining that spine angle. He's come a little bit up now, okay, by how much? Let's see. He's come up, let's go to a different color here. Okay, so he's come up 5 degrees, okay, which when we talked about where that shaft is coming into impact, it can be 5 degrees steeper or 5 degrees shallower. Okay, that shaft is more than that here, okay? So, but because of that rotation of his body and coming through, okay, and getting to a full finish, there's a lot of things that he can get away with that you, as the average player, would not be able to do it consistently. So, we're going to keep an eye on Mr. Walker throughout this season to see if this consistency for him remains with these few things that are going on in his swing. And what I'm saying right now is, should he do something about it? Well, you know, if it isn't broke, then why fix it, okay? He's winning. He's doing well. And even though his tailbone is coming off that wall as he comes into impact, moving into impact, he is pulling it off, and he's doing well. So, but what I would like you folks to do is to try to stay on that wall so when you turn into it, you'll be able to maintain that. So that's really important, that you can maintain that posture angle. Okay, that's going to help you hit the ball much more solidly. Okay, but we do congratulate Mr. Walker on his third win. And hopefully this video is more of not really things for you to do, but things that we want to see you not do. And unless you play at a very, very high level. So once again, congratulations to Jimmy Walker on his win at AT&T. For Par Breakers Golf Academy, I'm Bernard Sheridan. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. And don't forget, we have a podcast that runs every week that you can catch on our site at www.parbreakers.com. We'll see you next week. Take care.